Hi you guys, if you like my videos and my channel, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. You never know what you're gonna get on my channel, as you probably have already figured out, those of you who've been on here for a bit. So a few things. I have the juiciest bonus audio that we've had in probably a long time, dropping on the Patreon on Tuesday. But this particular video on Tuesday is going to be pretty ridiculous. So I'd like to just shout out now that you should join the Patreon and listen to the gossip in that bonus audio, especially if you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, if you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, and if you watch and care about The Real Housewives of Miami, because it's so good. So good. Oh my God. Really good. Okay. But anyway, let's move on. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show a picture of one of the shirts you can buy at my Represent store, which I'm very proud of. Okay, and I do this just to remind everybody that it supports the channel. Okay, so let's get into this Real Housewives of Dubai sketchy ass women. What is happening here? Okay, so this is more, instead of this being like a blow it wide open video, this is more of me kind of doing a little bit of a gossip dump on a few interesting things that I found out about some of the ladies on Real Housewives of Dubai. Like, I keep getting bits and pieces from people and I'm like, oh, I want to share it, but it's not like good enough by itself. So in this compilation, it is worth your time, but not maybe one little like doohickey of gossip, right? Doohickey. Okay, so first let's just discuss, what did you guys think about Caroline Stanbury getting robbed in her villa? I mean, I know that's just mainstream. It's not like that's gossip, but I just wanted to say, what did you guys think of that? She posted this. This. Anyway, she was robbed in Mykonos at a vacation villa. Here's how she said the evening started. Here's how she said the evening ended. Anyway, as you can see, it's so sad for Caroline. I don't know what the deal is with housewives and robberies. It's like a real problem. This is now you know why all my jewelry is filters. Okay, so here's what I wanted to say about that. You know that there is a few people in Dubai who are not really happy about the show, The Real Housewives of Dubai, right? And they don't think that the image that the women is depicting on the show is a true image of what is happening in Dubai. So I just wanted to play this video for you guys. This gentleman is really pissed about the show and how they're representing Dubai housewives. Take a look.
Assalamu alaikum. A gentleman sent me this trailer of a new series that's supposed to be coming out on the 1st of June. That's called The Real Housewives of Dubai. Now, from the trailer, women that are wearing bikinis on beaches, using the nastiest language you can ever think of. And they're presenting themselves as gold diggers, trying their best to get money from rich men. Now, my wife is a housewife. She does not dress like that in public. She does not speak in that manner. And she has achieved a lot in her life. The housewives of my country are our mothers, our sisters, our daughters. They are the backbone in helping giving our children the proper upbringing. Yes, we are a tolerant country, but that does not mean that others can walk all over our morals and values. And that series does not represent the Real Housewives of Dubai.
Wow, things are really changing like crazy in Dubai. Well, I have a friend who lives in Dubai, and she was telling me there's no way that the show or anyone on it could ever criticize the Dubai government, because if they did, they could be arrested. You're not allowed to criticize the government in Dubai. Just saying. So you have to be really careful. But I wonder how the government's feeling about this depiction. Some of the women seem to have connections, like loosely, to the government, and sort of, I think there's some allegations that they're using Dubai Housewives as sort of like a way to get people, tourists, to want to go to the country. I don't know about you guys. Does it make you want to go to Dubai? I've been to Dubai. I've said that on here before, though. I won't repeat myself. Anyway, to be clear, Caroline Stanbury is living in Al Barari, which is a very famous compound in Dubai. It's 18 minutes from everything special, and you can have all sorts of different villas and houses and land, and I'll show you some pictures if you guys want, just real quick. So not too much to be afraid of really there. I mean, no wonder she's safe. Look at the amenities. Now, Lisa, who you might remember best from receiving a goat as a present from Ion, she's Lisa's the fashion designer. She's got 3 kids. Anyway, Lisa Milan, she lives in Jeremiah. Am I saying that right? Jeremiah. Anyway, here's what that's like. I don't know which one she lives in, but I know they don't allow goats. So what I'm going to assume is that she gave the goat away. So a friend of mine in Dubai was like really kind of outraged that Lisa was bragging about having a weekend home in Damac Hills, because she was like, Damac Hills is like the lowest, cheapest place to buy and lease in Dubai. Like, why would you brag about it? Not that, you should be ashamed of it or anything, but it just isn't like a fancy place to be bragging about your weekend home. And I guess her feeling was that they were trying to take advantage of a little bit the fact that US audience doesn't really know Dubai very well. So they wouldn't know what, a nice area from like a shitty area or whatever. So she was like, I don't know why she was bragging about that. And then I reached out to one of my other girlfriends and I was like, listen, have you ever heard of any of these women on the Real Housewives of Dubai besides Caroline Stanbury? And I have some gossip on her. I cannot figure out why no one's talking about this, about something her husband did. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So I said, have you heard of any of them? And my friend said, Sarah El Madani has been known here for a while because she was one of the first Emirati women to hold a board seat at the Sharjah Temple of Commerce and the youngest. She's always had businesses from a young age, so she's a familiar face. You'll rarely see a divorced Emirati woman who has tattoos be so open. So she's literally the opposite of what the culture considers appropriate. Her family is also filthy rich, Arab money type of rich, so she was always able to have different types of opportunities. But props to her for going on and trying to modernize the image of the Arab woman. But she's known for being very sweet, so I doubt there will be any drama from her. Yeah, Sarah. Now, Sarah's one of my favorites. I was watching her TED Talks. Like, she's fun. You want me to show you a quick little snippet of a TED Talk? If I don't get copyright whacked, I'll leave it in. If not, I'm cutting it out. There's been some serious gossip flying around about Dubai. I don't know if you guys have heard it. So the first is that Caroline Stanbury's husband supposedly posted a really racist tweet. It's so racist that I can't even put it in here. It's in the Patreon, though. And the tweet was deleted, and so it was questionable whether or not the tweet was real or not. But people I spoke to said that it was real. So I don't know, like, what does that mean? Now, my friend said something about Caroline Brooks. She said that she's being depicted pretty accurately on the show and that she's a two-faced bitch. And I was like, okay, wow. Good to know, good to know. So if you think Caroline Brooks is a two-faced bitch, you're pretty right, I guess. At least that's what my friend thinks. Now, my friend also wanted to mention that the ice in Dubai costs like 150 USD. So she was like, what the hell were they talking about when they said that it cost $1,200 to put ice in your pool? She's like, everybody in Dubai puts ice in their pool that's like of a certain level of wealth. But it's not like over the top. It's like 150 bucks. So she's like, I don't know. Like, they made it seem like it's luxe, and it isn't. It's normal. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, what can I tell you? People don't know this. I said to my friend, I was like, listen, do you feel like the laws have really changed? Because the last time I was in Dubai was a while ago. I think it was, 9 years ago. And I remember I went to the luxury mall that you're going to see on Dubai, where you ride the little like limo Mercedes. They're like limo or Mercedes like golf carts, and they take you around the mall. It's so silly, but anyway, they have that. And I went in there and I was in shorts, and they were like, they didn't arrest me, but they gave me a warning, and they were like, you know, you need to like not wear shorts to the mall. So like next time you come to the mall, wear like pants or something longer. You have to cover your legs, basically. I was like, okay. So I quickly bought something and left because I felt really uncomfortable. I was like, I better stay in the Burj Al Arab because Dubai is not ready for Wilkie, that's for sure. So anyway, I asked my friend, I'm like kind of really don't understand why Bravo is doing Dubai, because although it's like luxurious and mysterious and sort of fun because it's like Vegas, I mean, Bravo is a very pro-LGBTQ support community network. And in the UAE, it's illegal to have even gay sex, never mind an intimate partner or to be married to someone. Like, it is really, really, like, it's against the law. So I was like, I don't see the synergy of it. And then the fact that it came out during almost Gay Pride Month was weird too. Like, why would you time it? I mean, they timed it with Beverly Hills, but they really kind of tone deaf with Pride Month. Your audience, right? Like, be a little respectful of your audience. Anyway, I asked her, I said, is it as like free as they're showing it? Like, I can't get over it. And she said, the laws here are pretty intense. You still need to be half decent, but it's not as much anymore. But the whole narrative that they're pushing about women in this country isn't all that true. It's gotten better, but there aren't many laws that actually support and protect women here. The media here will never report on anything, though, as it's state controlled. Interessant. My friend's pretty wealthy too. Brings us to Nina Ali's husband, Munaf Ali. She seems to be the richest one of the whole group. Her husband owns mining equipment, Bitcoin mining equipment in Dubai. And he was the one buying his wife, I think in the most recent episode, a new Rolls Royce. And his only demand was it wasn't pink. And he offered her a license plate. And one of them was like $30 million, and she seemed like shocked. She's from Lebanon and Texas, so she was like shocked at $30 million license plate. But I think they did that just to really like shock us. But anyway, it was a nice conversation. I enjoyed that one. That's true, probably, that one. It's so absurd, it has to be. Okay, so did you know $30 million license plate? Woo! So her husband owns Phoenix Store. It's one of the leading cryptocurrency mining hardware retailers and the exclusive sales partner of Bitmain in the Middle East. Phoenix Store also owns the region's accredited service and repair center located in Dubai, UAE. We supply Bitmain's state-of-the-art mining hardware, and provide valuable consultation updates to ensure our clients' efficient and profitable operations in an ever-growing industry of Bitmain. What the fuck is Bitmain? We have to go down this rabbit hole a little bit. Let's see what Bitmain is. They sell Bitcoin mining hardware systems, rack systems for mining Bitcoin. So this gentleman's probably mining Bitcoin because he owns a hardware store. So it would make sense that not only is he selling the equipment, which I would imagine is very expensive, but he's also probably got his own little setup of Bitcoin mining. That would only make sense. Let's see, any prices on these suckers? Oh my God, what? One is 100,000, the AntSpace HK3. Antminer hydro container, that's 100,000 US. Then you can get a Bitcoin miner S19 XP for 19,890. That's more normal. A Litecoin miner L7, 13,999. Any cheaper ones? Like, here, a Bitcoin miner S19 Pro, $5,950. Bitcoin mining is the process of creating new Bitcoin by solving a computational puzzle. Bitcoin mining is necessary to maintain the ledger of transactions upon which Bitcoin is based. Miners having become very sophisticated over the past several years using complex machinery to speed up mining operations. So Bitcoin miners are really important because they validate transactions that exist on the blockchain, and they get rewarded for each chunk of transactions that they validate within their block. That's like a simplified way of explaining it. They also get these rewards when they hit a certain number, or when they do, a certain amount, they get like rewards in Bitcoin, I guess. And then they can use that, if the Bitcoin market is up, they can use it, to cash out, use it like money. So he's selling the machines that these people are using to mine Bitcoin. Anyway, depending on the transactions their block has, they also make money because they make money on all the transactions. They actually make fees on the transactions. So you might luck out and have a big one in there in your block. Kind of like an Uber ride. You don't know where you're going and you accept a ride. It could be like a $500 ride, or it could be like a stupid $5 one down the road. Anyway, Dubai is one of the cryptocurrency capitals of the world, so it's not surprising that he has this business. But a lot of people think it's sketchy that he's somehow moved from the hospitality industry and owning hotels to cryptocurrency mining. And they wonder why. So I guess we'll have to keep wondering, unless somebody knows and wants to send me that gossip. Okay, so my friends didn't know in Dubai, but maybe some of yours do. So reach out and let me know. So Phaedra Parks made an appearance on The Real Housewives of Dubai, and there's rumors that she's going to be moving to Dubai, and then she might become a full-time housewife on the Dubai franchise. She just was on Ultimate Girls Trip Season 2 as well. So this is an interesting thing. Now, a lot of friends of mine thought it was really sketchy, the way that she talked about her business on the Wendy Williams show. Let me play it for you.
So I know Caroline Brooks, but I have a company that I have over there. I sell sea moss. And so I sell powdered sea moss. And so I do business over there, but I also do a little electronic sort of company over there as well. So I'm over there quite a bit. Okay. And when I found out that Caroline Brooks was going to be on the show, I called Andy, and I was just laughing about it. And Andy said, okay, you've got to do a scene with her. And I said, Andy, I'm on the way to the airport. He's like, so when are you coming back? I was like, 2 weeks. He's like, okay, when you come back, you got to make it happen. And so when I came back, I was like, sure. So that's how it came to be. So I'm going to be purchasing a home there. So okay. Yeah.
Okay, so then a blind came out after that aired that NT did on Crazy Days and Nights, and it's blind item 4. And a lot of people believe this had to do with Phaedra. So let me read it to you and you see what you think. Blind item 4, June 24th, 2022. This former Southeast housewife, not named Kim, is running a string of women she shuttles between the U.S. and the Middle East. She has even brokered marriages. So, I mean, which is it? CMOS or your friends that you're trafficking? Hate to say it, but there's a lot of yachting in Dubai. I was looking at some comments from people, and one of them was a Juicy Scooper, and they said that Heather McDonald had a producer from Real Housewives of Atlanta, which was Carlos King, and that he said on that podcast, which, by the way, I haven't listened to it yet. I am going to listen to that one because I want to see if he spills real tea or not. But he said, supposedly, because I haven't verified this yet, that it's common for women in Atlanta to go to Dubai to find rich men. So apparently this is like a thing. Chanel Aiden, who's the really beautiful one, she's supposed to not be that wealthy, and she's like borrowing all of her stuff. And I don't know, like... It seems that none of these women have like a lot of wealth. They all have a good amount of wealth, but they don't have this like ridiculous, I guess, lifestyle that they're presenting. Now, Caroline Stanbury's man made a lot of money. I don't think she did. She's an influencer. She gets a lot of stuff free. I mean, her whole house on that show, she admitted, was like free. She like was given it to promote the place she lived in. And I think most of the things happening on the show are like given over by probably the support of the UAE government for tourism, or, businesses being, wanting promotion and whatever. And so they're participating and they want to be associated with the show. But I think all in all, there isn't one standout person here who is like, I don't know, like an Adrienne Maloof from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills person that you can hang your hat on and go, I clearly see where, she built her family fortune and she has the lifestyle to back it up, and the lifestyle, she owns everything and it's hers, and, they're a big family, or, so that's kind of interesting. I thought that, they probably need one of those characters to anchor the show a little better. So what do you think? Any other sketchy gossip you want to share about the Real Housewives of Dubai that I missed? I would love to know. I might have missed some stuff. I did my best. Okay, so you guys, dying to gossip with you about Dubai if you've got anything. So email me, DM me, comment below. What else can I say? Oh, here's the shirt if you want to support the show. And there's a link in the description to the page, and if you want to join our really epic community in there. There's so many great people. By the way, there's housewives in there, just so you know. They use my Patreon to like get dirt on each other so they can use it on the show. Here's the shirt.